I've been doing the End of All Times. This is the one I do with DJ Roberto. Yeah, and it's more what we are doing is more like a B-side track and back of the box. So we try to get booking on our like locally, also expat who've been DJs over here to play something that not have to please the crowd, but to be show there artistically as a selectors or producers to show their things don't have to be cared by all the people who come to this event. And that's the manner of like to be create some community that rely on the music.
The club is we have partners like well mainly it's our friends, and then we started by like we need some place to entertain ourselves. And when we started, we kind of try everything, but now it's only electronic music, house, techno. Our main aim of the warehouse is just for local people having fun with different music. What vision I have, I think we lose some touch because it's quite nice to have a like intimate party. You know that people know each other, and then I think that's how people feel like it's nice party because you have some kind of human to human touch, like thing like that. I don't know. Yeah, family, friends, something like friendly. I would say like friendly atmosphere. Yeah.
I mean, the label, the idea behind it. So there's three of us. So there's me, there's Dot, and then there's Mikhail, who's in Philippines. So he's based in Manila. We went to uni together as well. So the idea behind it is just to try to push Asian artists, So we're doing releases right now only from Asian artists, so anywhere in Asia, and then remixes from our friends in Europe or whatever. And we're doing it vinyl only. So we've got like our distributors in London who help us push all of our records all over the world. Lobster Theremin, I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but they're really, really helping us, man. Like, it's nice to see like Asian artists on record, on vinyl, and being sold at all the shops all over the world, and like the shops that even I went to when I was in England and stuff. So it's a good fun project to do. We're pressing around 300 to 500 records, so not in huge quantities, but yeah, got to start somewhere, right? I mean, it's great, especially like we're receiving good support from the region as well, which is great. The records, for example, we don't bring that many back into Thailand, but when we do, they always sell out, which is great. Like, it's super nice to have the support from your local base as well. The idea is to kind of grow from within our own home turf. So it kind of makes sense in a way to kind of try to push it from here rather than, going to push it from Europe or from the States or whatever. It's localization, basically.
Study in England before like 2006 in music technology course, and then came back, started working in music industry in Thailand, and now I'm a club owner, part of it. Our club called The Commune. The background about this club, it's not actually, to me, it's not actually a club. I would call it like a live house, because when we started, we wanted to have a live house, but eventually it turns to half live house and half club, because we love electronic music as well as live indie underground stuff. We open from Wednesday to Saturday, and sometimes Sunday as well. We try to make it kind of obvious, when it's come to the different nights. Let's say like we planning to do every Wednesday will be techno, house, and all that, and Thursday we try to make it like a more groovy music, that sort of thing. And then Friday, again, house and techno. Saturday we want to make it like, again, groovy music. But in this term of groovy music, it's like, don't have to be funk or, but it can be like drum and bass, trap, not trap, like trap here, but dubstep, drum and bass, all sort of underground stuff.
And then I combine it with my passion of music, and then that's why I create this studio. We have of designer and music lovers and DJs. Yes. I would like to support the underground music scene. Yeah. It's a DJ school. It's a workshop. It's an event space where you can experiment the music, and it's also a multifunctional space that you can use for art, music, and design together. This is my passion, so I don't feel like this is my work. This is what I do every day. So when I come here, it's just I feel at home. So that's why my space is set up like you come into my house. You see, so I don't feel any pressure. Because I'm looking for a long term. So if you do something every day and you have a passion about it, it's gonna get there one day. But it might take time, but I can wait for it.
The journey, right? How things have changed. Well, I think that back then when we started doing events, there was very little in the market in the way of house techno events, and there was very little in the way of outdoor. A lot of events were indoor. There wasn't a pool party culture. There wasn't actually even many festivals in Bangkok as well. So it's still a very developing scene. And the things that I've seen change and grow through this journey has really been the interest of the market, the interest of also the Thai audience. We really started off as like a 80%, 90% expat event. That was colour back in the day. Now we've had events where it's been between 50 to 60% Thai audience, which for me means that after all these years, the music and the vibe of the event that we created is starting to really resonate as being a event that's loved by locals. That was always our intention, is to find an event that can help influence and can help make an impact on the musical programming and the musical culture of Thailand. And now that we see more locals, I feel that that's definitely something that's started to make headway for our brand. Another thing about this journey is that yes, we've scaled to a really big event, but I feel like there is still a lot of intimacy within our core community. That's something that's quite, for me, it's quite a strong point, is how do you maintain that community and grow, right? Like, how do you scale, still make people feel like they're coming to an event where they know people and still have that intimacy? So I myself spend a lot of time on being active in our community, whether it's online or when I can. I'm not out as much anymore, going to the right events. I think that's been something that's really helped along our journey.
First of all, like the school, this is a new kind of thing, I didn't know this guy, who actually opened the school. They call Superstar Academy of Asia. They teach everything: piano lesson, they teach violin, they teach dance, they teach personality. They teach everything that make you be a star. So they have like very small one in the school called DJ. So at first I get involved, talk to like the owner, and he's like, "Oh, your project's very good. I want to do this, do that." But in that time, I'm no backup, just a dream, and talk to them. And like, okay, it's not happening because I'm not actually follow through. And like he just asked me, "So okay, you just be instructor over here. Why not?" So I start from that, teaching like all the kids like from 7 years old till like above. That is like start there. And now the new projects have coming because I'm a business partner pioneer. Pioneer very interesting to support the school. So everything is like so perfect,
One of the biggest takeaways is that there is no event when there is no community, right? And the way you build community, I really think, is by being authentic. If you're not authentic, in this day and age, people could smell it from a mile away. Like I see events that they're putting out messages or something goes wrong and they're not upfront about it, and they're not being honest with their community, and they destroy their community. And I really felt that was something from the start that we really try to build, is a sense of transparency, a sense of authenticity, and really putting our guests as the priority and putting them first. That's one of the biggest takeaways. And just on that, I still feel that the ingredients to a great party can be found in a house party, right? A house party where you call up your friends, right? If you think of what happens in a house party, you have, 20, 30 people coming over, you share good music, good times, you socialize, you meet new people, and you have a really close, intimate vibe. And those kind of values that stream from a house party is what I've always tried to bring to our event.
Then is to have a renew. If you want big names, if you think about Ibiza and here, we cannot compare each other. I mean, yes, in some way we're an island, party island, but Ibiza, it's all about super professional mega sound system, super expensive as well, all that, which we are not yet on the island. But to get a Korkrita to the island, yeah, that's difficult because we don't have the budget now. So it's always about combining, offering them a dream holiday that will cost them zero, and networking, make contact, and eventually having some pocket money. But to come here and think, I'm going to make 10, 20, 40,000 euros, we're not on that level yet. Just sometimes it will be nice to have like a main event, like a highlight, something that blows everyone's mind. Well, we had Toby Neumann a few days ago that was away there, and we could feel it on the dance floor. I mean, there was all the old suspect came to dance, the ones who don't party anymore but used to be party animals. It was nice to see that when you get something a bit special, they're all there behaving like teenagers. That's really nice.